Hi guys, it's Abu Pasha here. You're looking at my garden where I live in London. It's very cold, there's snow, there's frost, temperatures are well below zero. It ain't nice, but hey, that's what London is like. So if you're not living in London, you're planning to come here, this is what you should be expecting in around December time. I've been talking to a lot of people lately, trying to motivate them, trying to get them to improve themselves, improve their business prospects, job prospects, their physiques, etc, etc. And I've been coming up against a lot of resistance. People making excuses for every single thing. These people, they're failing. They themselves are saying this, that look, I'm not where I want to be. The cost of living is going through the roof. And they're worried, how am I going to pay the bills, etc, etc. People are getting fat. I'm seeing people at the gym, and they've been going for the gym 1 year, 2 years. I've seen them regularly, and they're still overweight, obese even. And I speak to them, and they're coming up with all kinds of excuses for their failures. They're not facing them, they're not looking to cure, they're not looking to solve their problems. What they're doing is they are looking for excuses to say, oh, well, it's okay. I'm fat because of this reason. I'm not fat because I'm eating too much, I'm not doing enough exercise. Or I'm not making enough money because the system is working against me. Instead of just admitting that, look, it's because you're not working hard enough, or you're not taking risks. I've got nothing against people doing jobs. My preference is business, but hey, if you want to get a job, if you want to get a second job, you want to earn money, okay, fine. But these people are making excuses for their failures. And that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about excuses. And I'm going to give you some anecdotes, some conversations that I've had recently with various people. But all I'm going to say is this before we get started, is that if you want to improve, if you want to solve your problems, if you want to get in shape, if you want to earn more money, if you want to start a business, if you want to expand your business, you have got to start taking action. And you've got to stop making excuses. And in many cases, you're going to have to take risks. And you're going to have to make sacrifices, right? I've just recently bought my 5th rental property. I bought it in mid-November. We're now heading towards mid-December. The refurb has already started. By the time we get to January, we'll probably be looking for a tenant. By the time we get to February, the tenant will already have moved in. And I'll tell you later on in this video as to how difficult it was to get the 5th purchase completed. But I did it. I made no excuses. So guys, look, sit back, take in what I have to say, and see what you can learn from it. The comment section is always open. You can always ask me questions. I will answer. I know that recently I haven't been answering the comment sections in my other videos, and that's because I've been really, really busy dealing with the purchase of my last property. If you want, you can email me as well. I don't mind. Right now, I'm going to go to the gym. It's a Sunday morning because I don't want to be fat. Other people are going to make excuses. They're going to go to the shops, they're going to eat, they're going to go to cafes, they're going to do fast food joints. Me, I'm going to go to the gym, and when I get back, I'm going to eat healthy food. I'll film the rest of this video, and then I'll upload it. Right guys, so here I am now at my desk. Now, you've seen the footage that I took this morning. It was on a cold morning. I would rather have been in bed, I've got to be honest with you. But instead, I woke up, got ready, made some video footage for you, and I went to the gym, did what I needed to do, came back, showered, ate, and now I'm making a video for you. And this is all happening on a Sunday. People are making excuses as to why they can't do what it is that they want to do, or why they can't achieve what they want to achieve. I've spoken to men at the gym, they're younger than me, they're fatter than me, they look older than me, and I tell them to stop eating junk food, stop drinking, stop smoking, eat more fruit, eat more vegetables, and generally eat more healthy, and the effects will be noticeable, and the effects of living that kind of lifestyle will give you more energy to do more things that you want to do. In my case, it's doing this YouTube thing, running a property business, and doing a 9-to-5 job. I do all of them. So there's no real reason why people can't do this, because I'm demonstrating that. And also there are a lot of other YouTubers out there who are also doing YouTube, and they have a job on the side as well. I've spoken to guys at the gym, for example, and when I tell them When I ask them, why do you drink? They cannot explain why. The only thing I can think of is a lack of discipline. That's pretty much what it is. So you've got to learn to be more disciplined. There are going to be times when you don't want to do something. There are going to be times when you want to stay in bed on a cold Sunday morning, and instead of going to the gym or doing something productive, you decide, no, I want to stay in bed. And you've got to stay away from that. There are times, many times, when I myself don't want to do those things, but I have to do them anyway. And when I've done them, I feel better about myself. I feel that, okay, we've achieved something today. Another guy who I used to speak to regularly at my gym, and his physique was improving, there was no question about it. He then went missing for, I think it was 6 months. I never saw him. Eventually I did see him, and he told me someone close to him died. Okay, fair enough. But at the end of the day, you have to recover from that, and you have to force yourself back into the routine. Once you do that, then everything tends to sort itself out much quicker. But if you decide to dwell on your failures or losses, then it will take you a lot longer to recover. And some people don't recover at all. They just go on a downward spiral. And he said that after a few months had passed, he's still trying to organize his diet and get his diet right. I'm thinking to myself, I didn't tell him this, but I'm thinking to myself, why is it taking you so long to get your diet in check? And if you are getting lazy, then force yourself back into the same routine that you were in before. But people are coming out with these excuses. Everything has an excuse. Why do you drink? Well, I don't know why I drink. Why are you smoking? Well, I've tried to stop, but I can't. Why aren't you eating healthy? Well, healthy food doesn't taste nice. Everything is an excuse, and people need to stop making excuses. There was one guy who I met, and I wanted to give him a pep talk in business, and I did. But he came up with every excuse under the sun why he should not start his business now. And that was a year ago. I really pushed him and I said, look, you've got to do it now. Don't wait, don't dwell on it, don't make excuses. But it really fell on deaf ears because he was just coming up with excuse after excuse after excuse. For some reason, he thought that if he delays the start of his business by 6 months, it's going to be easier doing it at that time. And that was basically 6 months ago. Fast forward a full year. Has he started his business? No, because he's still making excuses. He's still saying, well, no, if I wait another few months, it'll be easier for me. Right, and I've got news for you guys. If you want to lose weight, the best time to start losing weight is now, today, tonight, or tomorrow morning. Not next year. Don't wait till New Year's Eve, or New Year's, or in 6 months when it's sunny, it'll be better. No, it won't be easier, trust me. The best time to start losing weight is now. If you want to start a business, the best time is starting now. Not next year, not the year after, because you're just making excuses. I'll give you another story. An acquaintance of mine wants to start a clothing business, so he wants to have clothing designed more for people with better physiques. And I said, yeah, okay, that sounds good. I'd probably buy those. And he was saying that he wants to delay the start of this business because it takes time. And I said, no, you start now. You have to go now. You have to focus and you have to rush. Speed is very, very important because essentially time is money. And he came up with a myriad of excuses why he didn't want to go fast. And I told him this. Let's say if you worked for a big clothing brand company and they created this new line of clothes that you were heading up. And you said, look, I need more time. I need to spend a few months thinking about this. If you told them that, they will fire you. They want results fast. I even told him at the time that, look, if you delay, your finance costs are going to be a lot higher because interest rates were rising. He didn't listen to me. What happened? A few months pass, interest rates go up. I asked him just 2-3 weeks ago. I said, right, what is happening with your business? And he said, well, now I need money. The interest rates are too high. The loan would cost too much. So I have to shelve the business for the time being. So basically, exactly as I said would happen, happened. The whole thing is just one excuse after the other. If you want to succeed, you have to execute a plan and you cannot make excuses. If somebody's telling you to do something, you got to think, right, I got to get it done somehow. That's what an entrepreneur does. Don't make excuses. If you've got to lose weight, then start now. If you're going to run a business, start now. Don't think that, well, in 6 months it's going to be easier. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tougher. I'll give you an example of what I did. Back on June 30th, I remember I completed the purchase of rental property number 4. And before that was even completed, I thought to myself, you know what? Interest rates are rising. I need to make the 5th deal now. So what I did was in early June, I did some viewings. I selected a property, put an offer on it, had it accepted, and that completed in mid-November. So rental property number 5 is now under my control. But the crucial thing about this is at the time that I put that property under offer, I did not have the funds to complete the purchase. I needed a set amount of money. I think it was like 25 grand or whatever it was. I didn't have that money at the time. But I thought to myself, I have to get this deal sorted out now, otherwise it's going to cost me. And by the time it comes to completing on the property and transferring money to my solicitor, I will make sure that I have the money. I'll sort something out. And I did. I managed to do that. I didn't make excuses. The easy excuse would be to say, hey, I can't afford this. But I didn't make that excuse. I said, right, I'll get it done. That property is currently being refurbed now, so we're in early December now. In January, the refurb will be completed. By mid-February, we should have a tenant in there. And then by March, I should be getting income from that property and all my properties. And then 6 months after that, I'll be looking for another property. Most people will make excuses saying that because the housing market is a bit dodgy, interest rates are a bit high, housing market prices might be dropping, we don't know, I shouldn't buy. But I'm not making excuses. I'm saying, no, I know what I'm doing, I know what to do, so I will continue buying houses and I will continue expanding my business. The plan that I have is set and I'm going for it. I'm not making excuses. So I've shown you what other people do and how they make excuses and then they fail to achieve their goals. I've told you how I achieve my goals by taking risk, by coming up with a plan, by using knowledge and not making excuses. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to set your goals, whatever they might be to get in shape, or it could be to start your business, or it could be to get your dream job. But whatever it is, you've got to stop making excuses and you've got to attack the problem now. Right now, you've got to start today. And you've got to come up with a plan and a timeline of how you are going to achieve that particular goal and that particular objective. Don't make excuses. If there's a dream job that you want to go for, but maybe you're scared to go for it because you don't think you're qualified enough, start applying. And if you fail, you can get feedback as to why you failed, and then you can work on those weaknesses, and then in say a year's time you reapply for those types of jobs again, and this time you won't have any weaknesses. If you want to start a business, start now, start researching, put a plan, put a roadmap. Say in December 2022 I'm going to do this. In January 23 I'm going to do this. By summer 2023 I should be at this level in my business. Put times and objectives. It's very, very simple, but whatever you do, guys, don't make excuses. Anyway, I've got to go. Subscribe, like, do whatever you got to do, and I shall see you next time.